All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about your hearing thing that checkup that Dr. Tatine did on you. It was Dr. Tatine did that in 1992.
Yes.
And he discovered basically.
It's from an away from the machinery that I lost my hearing.
Okay. So that was fine. You filed that and put that all together, and you submitted that to the Workmen's Compensation Board. Dr. Tatine did.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And they took that report from Dr. Tatine, who's an audiologist,
Yeah.
and sent it through to the University of Toronto to a Dr. Alberti. And Dr. Alberti is an audiologist in Toronto, and Dr. Dobson is the Workers' Compensation Medical Board advisor. And the two of them decided that you haven't got a hearing loss.
Yeah, that's a biggie.
So a doctor in Toronto at a university who's never seen you,
No,
never examined you,
no.
and Dr. Dobson, who is not an audiologist, but just a medical practitioner,
Yeah.
come together over the phone and said, no, she's not dead. She has not a hearing loss.
Yeah. That's what they
And
done.
that's amazing, isn't it? First of all, why would they have to go out of the province
I
to get
know.
somebody to discredit
My
Dr.
doctor didn't
Tatine?
like it. Dr. Tatine didn't like it. He said it was
No.
wrong what they did.
Yeah. And that's another thing that they did, you see. And that still goes on today, Lillian.
Yeah.
They still go outside the province with medical information.
Yeah.
They're sending injured workers to New Brunswick now to be assessed up there at a great cost, too.
Imagine.
And I guess probably what they're saying is our doctors in Nova Scotia are no good.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're saying.
They're, you know, so really, what in the hell is the province doing paying our
I
doctors
had
for
a
it?
nice Dr. Tatine. He was
Yeah.
a lovely doctor. He was a specialist. He
Yeah.
was really nice.
And you have a family physician right now,
Dr. Almond.
Dr. Almond, and she,
She agrees. She knows I've lost my hearing.
yeah, 100 behind this. And she, I think, also has sent letters into the Workmen's Compensation
Yes,
Board on
she
your
did.
behalf.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she did. She
Yeah.
told me as much as she could.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing what they're getting away with here. And I think that, I hope that, like I say, the Department of Labor here and Deputy Minister Margaret MacDonald will realize finally that she has to do something about this.
Right.
And I'm appealing to her and the Department of Labor to get a hold of your file, take a look at it, and realize that the Workers' Compensation Board owe you money.
Yeah, they owe me for 3 years.
They owe you for more than 3 years.
Probably owe me interest on
They
it.
owe you back to the day that you became injured.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
To the present time, they owe you. Now, I don't know what dollar value that would work out to be, but they certainly owe you money.
Yeah.
And
The nurse even told me that at work. She said, Lillian, take these papers. I said, I know somebody owes you
Yeah.
something. Now, I don't know who. Let me tell you. But somebody
well, it should have been Workmen's Compensation Board. But you know, now that I'm thinking about this, during the time that I was trying to help you, I'm almost certain that it was indicated to me that there were other people from Moyer's Chocolates who worked in there who had lost their hearing and were.
Oh, all kinds of, but they didn't admit it. They just went along with it.
Well, I'd like to know if there was a pick and choose thing here. Maybe they helped certain.
You don't know. Yeah, I don't know
maybe
that.
they helped certain
I know
people.
my supervisor. He wore a hearing aid.
Yeah.
He got his from.
Workmen's
I
Compensation.
wouldn't be surprised he did get his because he had no problem getting a hearing aid.
Yeah.
And I think he would have got it from, and he's in an office all day long,
Yeah.
coming around the machines and
Yeah.
sure people are doing their work. I bet any money he got his hearing aid from the
Yeah.
compensation.
You've been fighting this since 1992.
I know, that's a long time.
1992. And I met you in 1999 or
I know,
2000.
yeah. And also,
Yeah.
I mean, it's really disgusting what they do to people.
Yeah, no it is. And I especially, you know, when I think about it, I look at you, I know you.
Yeah,
I know you wouldn't harm a flea if it
No.
crawled on you right
No.
now. I know you're straightforward and you're honest.
yeah.
I know you go out of your way to help people.
Even Dr. Tatine said
Yeah.
to me today when I went for my hearing test from him, he said, well, he's a specialist, he's the doctor who brings all things with my hearing, and I said, Lillian, he said, I could tell when you walked in my door
Yeah.
that you were so honest that you weren't going to pretend you couldn't hear or get a hearing test and this and that. You were going to do everything what I told you to do.
Well, you already had medical proof
Yeah.
of that you do have a problem. You had a professional audiologist here in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
already, Katine assessed you
Yeah,
and write up a report for you, and a workman's compensation board, Dr. Dobson, a medical
Yeah.
practitioner, wrote that off, and the
Yeah.
Dr. Alberti in Toronto at the university,
don't you know who I am?
don't even know who you are, wrote you off.
I know, it's awesome.
It's amazing how they just throw people in the garbage can when
It
they
is
want to.
terrible,
And that's what
especially
they
you
do.
work, I mean, working
Yeah.
40 years of your life.
Yeah. And you see, the other part of this that really disturbs me too, while we're sort of on this, is when you think about it, your union,
Oh, definitely.
should have been involved there and should have got something done for
Yeah,
you.
that's right.
And when I look at what goes on here on April the 28th, Labor Days in this province,
Yes.
you see Rick Clark from the Nova Scotia
Yeah.
Federation of Labor there, rah,
Yeah,
rah, rah,
yeah,
we're behind
yeah.
the working men of this
Yes.
province. And you see Joan Jessup from the NSGEU, the
Yes.
ones that
I know,
unionize the
yeah,
board,
Yeah.
they're all there.
Yes.
Rah, 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 we're here for the working men and women of this province.
Yeah, they are.
And it was your union that partly put the screws to you by not supporting you, and certainly the Department of Labor did. And we know what the Workmen's Compensation Board does, and that's the job that they have. They don't care. They really don't care. But I hope the public in Nova Scotia get to understand what's going on in this province. We live in a very abusive society right now, as far as I'm concerned.
We do. Oh, we do.
You know, they say one thing actually, and they do the complete opposite.
Yeah.
And but no, like I said, I will put together a letter, and that CD, we'll make a CD up here, and I'll send it into the Deputy Minister of Labor.
Mm-hmm.
And if she can't read my letter, maybe she can watch the CD.
That's right.
You know.
Isn't that a great idea?
Yeah. But no, I hope they will do something here for you. I really do. I hope they.
Can I give you something towards this DVD?
No,
right?
God, no. I got all kinds of CDs, Lillian.
Sure.
All kinds of CDs here. Yeah, no, that's not a problem. I enjoy doing this. I really do. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to exploit your story. I'm trying to show people what happens.
That's right. 'Cause
The truth.
A lot of people, they've got nowhere to go to, and they got to go on welfare, and everything else is terrible.
Yeah, and you see, that's the bad part of it. WCB professes they're there to help the injured, then they throw them down onto welfare,
Yeah.
and they can't understand. You've been in injured workers groups, you've seen what goes on.
I've seen it. I've seen a lot of
And you
it.
heard the stories and the hurt
Yeah.
and that was told over the years.
I heard a lot of it.
Yeah. But no, I think what we'll do is we'll get this into her, and hopefully get a letter together, and I'll drop the letter over to you, and you will read it, and you can sign it if you like it, and then we'll take it down to the WCB, and we'll deliver to the WCB, and we'll deliver a copy to the Deputy Minister of Labor over in 5151 Terminal Road, and I will send a letter off to William McDonald, the new Workers Advisor Chief,
Yes.
and I'll just simply say, Bill, it was a good case then. It's got to be still a good case.
That's right.
So let's see if we can just...
It must be a good case in the part of hearing aids.
Yeah, that's right. It's got to be. The Workers' Compensation Board would not give you hearing aids
No.
if you didn't have a hearing
Well, I
loss.
called them a couple months ago, and I said to him, I need a new hearing aid. I said, I still told him it's no good. I said, I really couldn't even have time to wear it because it didn't stop listening, but it's no good. It
Yeah.
didn't get my ear. And I said, I know of a good place now at you have to pay $3,000. Now, I don't remember who I talked to. He said, oh, no problem. And then I said to her, listen, I had enough fooling around with you people. You owe me a lot of money. Do you know that? So I'm fighting right now. I need a hearing aid, okay?
Yeah.
And I said, you can't get them anymore for $1,300 or $1,400 or $3,000.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead, get the hearing aid. Go get the hearing aid.
Yeah.
No problem. Go
Yeah.
get the hearing aid.
that's right.
Yeah, no problem getting the hearing aid.
Yeah. They're not about to give a hearing aid to a person that doesn't have a hearing loss, are they?
No.
Well,
She said, go to these people, get the $3,000
Great.
hearing aid.
So hopefully, based on what you just told me now, Deputy Minister of Labor and the bureaucrats down there in that building, the lords and the overseers of the
Yeah.
Workmen's Compensation Board, will come to the realization that you are owed.
Yeah.
They owe you something. A little bit more than the hearing aid, too, I think.
Oh, definitely, they owe me
Yeah.
money for 2 years, I
Yeah.
would say, and then probably interest on my money that
Yeah.
they never gave me.
But anyway, we'll end that. We'll get that done. I'll put the letter together. We'll meet sometime next week when I go over your file here again, and we'll just see what comes up, Bill.
Okay, I'll take that on,
Yeah.
do the loser, put my hat on.
All right, my dear.
Now listen, I'll tell you what time I get my